and sit down.
Live.
And we're live. Welcome everyone. Hello. Bit of confusion here because, well, stuff wasn't working as it was meant to be on my end. So I'm going to do what I've got to do. And I'm going to throw over to Liam for a little while to ask everyone how their week was while I do this, what I've got to do.
Hey, how was your week, Zippy?
You're alive, you didn't get eaten by a pig. I said it was good.
I only picked on you because I could see you had a mouthful of drink.
I know you did. I know you did. Everybody seems to do that. Wait till she's having a drink. My week was okay. Kind of boss fucked me around at the end of the week, and no, you don't have to pull takes because we're going to this other slaughterhouse. And then right the last day, no, we're going to the big one. So now you got to pull tags. So I ran my ass off Friday. I don't even think I sat down for a cup of tea all day. So other than that, it was good. I'm still in one piece. No bruises, no cuts.
Bubble wrap's working.
I'm good. Go ahead, somebody else. Pugs.
I've been poorly this week. I've had man flu again. The third time kids went back to school.
Yeah.
But not, it was a weird one though. It was like man flu, but without the cold stuff. So it was just aches and no energy and just constantly sleeping and basically being a massive lazy bastard, which is what I've been. So it wasn't
a lazy bastard.
I'm such a lazy bastard. So it's not been fucking great, to be perfectly honest. I always complain about having shit weeks, but it's been quite abysmal. But I'm feeling better now because, you know, vodka is medicine.
Yeah. And medicinal purposes only.
Only medicinal. It's the only reason I'm drinking it. So, yeah, it's been all right. You know, it's another week.
Yeah.
Nevins, how have you been?
Yeah, not bad. Went back to work by Thursday. I wasn't in work again.
Fantastic. Standard.
Fucking gotta keep up appearances, don't you?
I'm surprised to even know you are.
Well, I did have to remind them of my name.
Yeah.
I introduced myself again, shook their hand. And then they were like, oh my God, it's Nevins. I'm like, yeah, it's me. It's me.
I'm not new. I've actually been here 10 years. You just never see me.
Well, you can't actually, it's not 10 years. I reckon if you took all my time off, I reckon about 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tonight I'm on double barrel V3, Arbiter 2.
Shock horror. No way. It's like you never used that device, ever.
Yeah.
I think you've dragged it out from your shelf, dusted it
Brand
out.
spanking new combination, never used before. And stepped on the top side, double dual, whatever the fuck it's called. Aromizer V2.
Yeah, I can never remember any Steam Crave stuff, you know. I don't know why I have such a problem with it.
Yeah.
Didn't bring it upstairs tonight. Shame on me.
And that's me.
How was your week, Simon?
There you go. Well, my week's been shit. But
It's just been a bag of shit.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I started last Sunday rearranging the office. You may have noticed a little change. I've now got a little bit more room, which is a good thing. But it took me a whole day to do just the computer, and then and the joint was an absolute shambles. And then I started on the rest of the stuff. I made a new bloody cabinet for my PG and VG, welded that up and got that working. So yeah, but it's just.
But then you got older.
Yeah, and then I got older and
You-
drunker and yeah. So been all up pretty shit week. But I did get some stuff achieved, which was not a bad thing. And I've got, and you'll notice Betty's in the room.
Becky.
Betty the bottler.
Betty the bukkake bottler.
Yeah.
So it saves me a bunch of time there, which is nice. So that's a good thing. But mate, I've been trying to get like a laser engraver, right? Because I need it to do a couple of mods, which people are nagging me about. Kev, Zippy.
No, I wasn't. No. I wasn't nagging. I've been silent.
So if you've got something on your eBay store, then you would assume that you have it in stock if you've got it for sale. Apparently not. I'm now on my third purchase. So this one may not be cancelled. Who knows? But hopefully it works out and I'll be able to get stuff sorted. Yes, Ian, it's a bit of a mouthful. Betty the bukkake bottler.
Oh, Simon, Scott says his recipe is up there.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now I've got to find that as well. That's what I was doing, finding recipes and did you just release it, Scott, or is it?
He says, "Hi at Zippy's. It is there and public."
Maybe it's
Just
missing
so
the hashtag.
that people know.
What's it called? What's it called, mate? So I can bring it up because it doesn't look like it's tagged.
We are gonna have a look at people's recipes from. We weren't there last week, from the week before.
Yes.
But we're not
Yeah.
going to run the game tonight because Kevin's not
No.
eating some Chinese people or something. Weird. I didn't really get the full story.
Yeah.
But we will be looking. I am Sam's not here, and he's mazzing me all week about looking at his recipe. Fuck's all that about, Sam?
Hang on 1 sec. I'll be back in a sec.
Tam's running late. She will be here next year.
I wouldn't put money on that. So we'll be judging the recipes that they put in if everybody put them in, but we're not going to play the game this week.
Yeah.
Didn't the clocks change in the States a couple of weeks ago?
Yes,
So
last week.
Yeah,
last week.
Tam is now running 3 months behind.
Sam's now in January.
Yeah.
So is anyone?
Thankfully, my clocks never change.
Yeah,
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Fucking pointless thing. It's really pointless. Just leave it as it is.
Yep.
Fuck's sake. When he really cares. It's just.
But as everyone said how their week was, we're a bit disorganised today, just even more so than normal.
Yeah, the only one there hasn't is me, and my week has been the usual week.
And the only person that did a buffet was Nevins.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to do buffets then?
Yeah, let's do buffet.
Go, Zippy. Off you go. Start with
Okay.
the buffet.
I've got the Viking 530 with my Arbiter tonight. It's the only mod and tank I brought up here tonight, shockingly. And in it is it's actually Liam's recipe. This one is an egg custard tart, which is very, very good. Puds, what you got?
What?
Oh God, here we go. Sorry, I did that. 20 fucking mods later.
I've got the Stormbreaker with the Asgard. In that, I've got an Avengers Trifle. I've got the VX200 with the Amit Dual ADV Wide Boy kit on it. In that, I've got an Avengers Salty. I've got the Crown 4 with the Arbiter 2, still my favourite tank. In that, I've got my Surreal Steam. I've got the Custom Lipo with the Buddha V4. In that, I can't remember what the fuck's in that one. I've got the Waft Down Custom Lipo Steam Pugs with the Asgard. In that,
Hours later.
Wake me up when he's done.
not even fucking close. Yeah? Not even put a dent in it. Got White Rabbit in that.
I got it, Scott. Thank you.
Layersmo L3 with the Hot Red RDA. In that, I've got a cookie dough ice cream. I've got the Paranormal 166 with the mongrel. In that, I've got Mexican fried ice cream. You know what? I've got fucking loads of shit.
Somebody shoot me.
I've got more. I've got one of them. I've got one of them. I've got one of them. And I've got.
You know what we should have? But when you're doing your buffet, we should have Simon doing his advocacy with Kilty.
Yeah. There you go.
Pugs just hold shit up randomly.
I've got one of them. And one of them.
Okay.
How many mods have you got going right now, Pugs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Almost one for every hour of the day.
Yeah. Oh.
And here I was thinking I was bad, but
No, I think you're normal now.
And I need to find another 7, Liam. Thank you for pointing that out.
Okay, Simon, let you do your buffet.
okay. Assume all tanks are Voltrove because they pretty much are. So Necronom with Voltrove. That's
Wanker.
got
Wanker.
It's got Custard Malone in it. I got the Saga Voltrove. That one's got Demango in it. Got Seraphim with Voltrove. That one's got Coconut Sponge in it.
Now you're showing off.
We've got 2 cereal boxes. One's got Pucker Face. One's got Strawberry Cream Pie.
Strawberry cream pie.
Yeah, Strawberry Cream Pie. It rocks.
That's when she's on her period.
I got the DNA Odin Voltrove with Magnificent in it.
Magnificent.
The Hog with the EG on it, which has got Pandemonium in. No, Custard Slut in that one. And the Fossil with Voltrove with Ruins in it, which is a Blackberry Crumble. So
Ooh,
I got a couple more, but
That's not bad. That's all right.
that one sounds like a good mix. Ruins.
Yeah, it's the I made it ages ago, but I kept getting a slight floral note as you do with blackberry. So
Yeah.
I played with it and played with it until I didn't get that floral note, and it's not bad. The crumble topping probably needs a little bit more work.
Oh, this is the one you were working on just a little while ago too, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've been playing with this one on and off for probably 6 months.
I've been waiting 8 months to release a recipe, and I'm going to be releasing a blackberry crumble tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, it'll probably be the same as it'll probably be the same as Cocoa Mel, the Cocoa Mel Supreme, where we've got pretty much the same concentrates except for I think 2. And so I can't release that one because you've got it as a one shot. So
it seems to happen as a trend in this little group that everybody's got everybody else's recipes.
I have.
Well, I will say, and this one was totally independent. That I made mine. I think it was about 4 months before Liam made his, and the percentages are pretty close. And the concentrates are also pretty close. And you sit there and go, whoa, no, not a new office, Shano, just moved everything around. So I've got a little bit more room, mate. So, but, cheers, Scott. Cheers.
Oh, Liam. Okay. So what are you vaping on?
I have got Snow Wolf and
Wait, you're not allowed to take those on a plane.
With the troll. I've got special. I'm allowed special permission.
It's a new film. It's a new film Liam's releasing.
Vapes on a plane.
On that, I've got the Troll RTA.
Oh,
I
classic.
haven't used that one for a while, actually. The trolls are always pretty good.
Really good, actually.
Yeah,
Very good flavour.
It's really low. It's like 45 watts, 0.44 ohms.
Is it single coil?
No, dual coil.
Right.
It's a nice flavour. I think it's Canthal 8 wrap. And in that I've got some backy nuts.
Backy nuts.
What's that then?
It's peanut butter tobacco.
Tobacco and nuts.
Did you name that, Liam? Just
yeah, I did. That's only a working name. I might rename it to Pug Sucks a Hairy Fat One.
But yeah, you say with Liam's working names, I love Liam's working names because it's WYSIWYG. Is what you see is what you get. Yeah. Tobacco nuts. Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
It's almost like an Australian name.
I've also got the Aromamizer. No, not the Aromamizer. The
PWM 1.5.
Yeah, the Titan 1.5 PWM with the Titan on top, and in that I've got some Fiddy's Biscuit Blues.
I've not tried any of Fiddy's recipes, you know.
I know it's my recipe. I just called it Fiddy's Biscuit Blues.
Oh yeah, you did. I remember that.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
You mentioned something, Pug. You know, Australian naming. Like Australian naming is you know, like where you're going. Oh, I'm going to Big Hill. Oh, okay. It's
the same with their animals and their insects and shit.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's like Liam's ancestors came out here and just went on a naming spree. Oh, what are we going to call that one? Oh, Red Hill, because it's red and it's a hill. We'll do that.
He gets to the UK and they find a nice looking little bird and they call it like a leather spotted neck warbler. Who the fuck, it doesn't make any sense at all. What would you name it that? If it was
I did say I saw an article totally unrelated, but on birds, and it was about how apparently the birds in the UK are evolving with longer beaks to get into bird feeders.
No way.
So and someone had put a headline underneath it saying the small-breasted tit gets bigger pecker or something.
Don't you think it'd be easier for us to just make better bird feeders? You know,
well, yeah, you think so, but
we can't be asked.
Yeah. Ask a few birds what they really want. I think that's what you should do.
Yeah.
God! There's a place in Australia called Devil's Crack. Isn't that there because it's that hot?
Let's time has had a few good nights on Devil's Crack.
There you go. There's a name for you, Liam. You can use that as a juice name. Devil's Crack.
Oh.
Does anybody else feel a bit weird going earlier?
Nick, I would have thought of all people here, you were used to going earlier.
I could see you processing then, thinking, what can I say? What can I say? Yeah, I see it.
It's good because it means that we don't get to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look, I mean, this time zone thing, it's got hair on it. It kind of sucks.
Fucking shit is what it is.
Oh, mate, it is so hard to organise everyone. Oh, we spent literally half an hour last night trying to work out what time we were going to go.
4 times. 4 times I've changed that thumbnail.
But, mate, all good. But I mean, I think
we got it sorted. And then I sat there and think, actually, it's probably better if we're on earlier. I had to change it again. And I made the mistake of saying, should we be on earlier? And everyone said, yes. Bollocks.
Guess what, Pugs?
But it'll change again when daylight saving time finishes.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
What's that?
Should we make Pugs now go through chat?
Oh, God.
Yes, we should.
Yes, absolutely. We've chatted a bit.
Even notice.
Quick, everyone get typing.
Bunch of bastards.
That's right. I saw the names on there and I thought, that's a nice list.
Look at it. Actually, it's not that bad. It could be worse. All right, we'll go through it. Zippy was in first with
number 1. I was number 1.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes.
That nonsense to me. That does. It's not even English.
No.
Anyway.
That's my signature.
Ronnie Rasmussen was in.
Hey, Ronnie. Been a
Technically,
minute.
not one of the panel was in first. We've also got Late Night Vape Show mixing. Boosh. Graham's in. Graham, I miss Graham. We don't really
Yeah,
chat with him
he's
anymore.
hiding out.
He's on a game. He's on his game. You can't get him off.
He's
Yeah.
gaming these days. He's got no time for his actual friends.
Businessman now, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Lambo on the way.
I don't think
Only in game though.
yeah, he's playing GTA. That's why I can get his Lambo. Nightbot is in early by
Champion.
Creed one shots. Straight in there with the Creed plug. Nightbot, we love you. Chris Hancoffer is in the chat.
Hey, Kristen.
We've also got Rollinson Boys back. We've got DTF. DTF. Let's have you in, Frank. We've got A Up Me Duck. He came over from our other show. Thank you for joining us, A Up Me Duck. Ian Thomas is back. Nice to see you, Ian. Some knobhead called Nevins.
Who's that? Who is he?
Scott Ward, the legend that is Scott Ward. Great job on Nevins' keyrings, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
David Marshall.
Nice. Very
Marshy.
nice.
See, it's not that bad. Now I'm looking down it. Deb 22 is back. She's very loyal, Deb, isn't she? She always comes.
She is. She's here week in, week out. For our malarkey.
Shano, second biggest knobhead in Australia.
Hey, Shano, been a while, mate.
Blah, blah, blah.
Quiet,
Said Old Duck.
quiet.
Said it's Thomas. Peter West is in. Oi, oi. How's it going, Peter? So I'm going
Like
through this
that.
quick so it doesn't get any bigger. Ole Christensen. I feel like I've seen
Ole.
him before, but not for a while.
Well, at least you didn't say he's in you.
And purposefully, because I think he might be. Now you're going to tell me he probably isn't. No, whatever. He gives a fuck. Welcome to the show, Ole, or welcome back, whichever one that is. And somebody called Red.
Red.
What's up, people? How are you guys doing this evening? We're doing quite gloriously. Thank you very much, Red. Welcome to the show. And that is it. I am up to date. I'm in live chat, and that is me reporting.
It's Paul Pugs Foster with the late news.
I need some paper.
Well, we've got it. We're on the bot today. This week, we're on the hustle for votes.
Yes, we
you
are.
may have noticed from the title and the first little bit of the description. You'll find a link down in the description for the Ecigclick Awards. Pugs, tell us about the Ecigclick Awards. Being a champion of the
veteran of
Ecigclick
such
Awards.
things with a cabinet full of shiny awards from said awards. This year, slightly different in many reasons. One, I'm not in it, so because I absconded, just in case anybody voted for me, because I don't do it anymore, and that wouldn't be fair. So, however, we have made every category that we could possibly be nominated in. We've made it into the final, which is fucking amazing, to be honest.
That's a win in itself, really.
It is a win in itself. The biggest win is because there's, for the first time ever, there's an award for the best e-liquid mixing calculator. Now, anyone that knows us knows that we are properly proud of our little calculator because it's, to us, it's the best one. Obviously, we're going to say that. Also because it actually is. So we're very proud of it. Technically, in the grand scheme of things, we're probably the third biggest one in the world, I think. And the deal was, when I spoke to Johnny at Ecigclick, that if enough people voted for enough different ones, he would put it into the final. And he did. So they did. And there is a list of 10 calculators, most of which I've never heard of, got to be honest. And if we get a podium finish in that, that would make my year to get an award for that calculator because it's that good. And it's that
A lot of work's gone into it and a little bit of recognition for particularly Grubby, who does all the grunt work.
He's the unsung hero in that calculator because he doesn't do social things because he's very dark. It's probably a good thing. He'd murder most of you in his sleep. And to get an award for that, I think that would make his year as well.
Yeah,
For the amount of
for
work.
sure.
It would also be great to get, last year we did, I think, was it third with the forum?
Yeah.
We got a podium finish with the forum. And for the Facebook group thing. Possibly. So it would be.
Yeah, I think we did too. But the Facebook group was only young. It was only
Well,
I think
it's
there's
not,
only like
it's not that active, really.
No.
So to get into the final 10 is amazing in itself because there's a lot of massive groups out there. So we're relatively, when you look at the numbers, we're relatively small. So with everything, the forum, the calculator, our numbers aren't big. We're just good. What we do is just pretty good. So it's worth, and we'd appreciate anybody that's in chat. I'll put a link in chat for you. Just throw some votes.
It's in the description as well. So yeah, if you don't see chat, it's in the description there as well. Plus the categories that we're nominated in too. So look, I mean, when it comes down to it, it gives us a little bit of a G up to fix stuff, make stuff better. I'd love to see the Facebook group more active without the spam bullshit. I'm not talking about you, Nick, because look, if you're an authorized vendor on the forum, then you are free to advertise your stuff on the Facebook group. If you are not an authorized vendor on the forum, then, well, you know, fair call, don't post. You know, it's a fairly simple process to get to be a recognized vendor. I'd just suggest if you've got something to sell, become a recognized vendor. It might work for you, might not. I mean, get eyes on your brand. That's the thing. So
there seems to be a lot more spam around anyway lately in a lot of the Facebook groups. Psychic mediums, Bitcoin.
I don't think it's more like spam. I think there's just less legitimate content, so you notice the spam more.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible, Nick. Speaking of spam, do you want to do some? Some verbal spam, mate.
Buy me shit. Buy my shit. It's not shit, but buy it.
There you go. Bit of a spruik. But we set a record. We set a record this week. 5 minutes before we even started streaming, we got a thumbs down. So yeah.
How can you give a show a thumbs down before you've actually watched it? What an absolute fucking dick.
I think I'm not sure, but I think it's not legitimate people that are down, like thumbs down in. I think it's like bots that are roaming around looking for lives, and then they thumbs down, because I've seen it happen everywhere.
No, I think it's douchebags.
When it comes down to it, who cares anyway? Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong.
Just think, a thumbs down is a thumbs up in Aussie.
That's right. We're just upside down. So, you know,
that's who it is. It's Shano and Marshy. That's who it is.
It's not even as if we're going to be pushed. Like, if we get like a few thumbs, it's not as if we're going to be pushed to like the greater public anyway, because people that want to watch us come and watch us intentionally.
So, nobody's going to say, "Oh, it's got 2 thumbs down." I don't think I bother.
Yeah, and Simon Arden has a question. Secondhand sell thread. Yes, there is a buy swap sell thread, and you are free to use it. But I will put a little caveat on it. We at Vaping Community are not responsible for making it good if a transaction goes bad. So if you do it, it's at your risk. Not saying that anyone's going to stiff you on it, but there is obviously the possibility that it could happen. So just be aware of that. But
we will offer you the platform. What you do on it is up to you.
Yeah, absolutely. But on to not last week, but the week before, number 39. Who won? I'll put the poll up. Feel free to vote. We'll go through the recipes now.
I was hoping Sam would be on tonight because he was really keen to get his fucking recipe out there.
Well, in that case, we'll do Sam's first. Hang on. I've just got to. I won't vote yet. I haven't looked at the recipes. I've got them up, but I haven't looked at them. So I'll do a bit of a share screen. So we've got Sam's.
Poohberry, really?
There's some good names. Well, apart from Poohberry.
Oh, well, I'm not on Sam, so I won't do that one. I'll do Rocky's. So Rocky's got dinner lemmy pudding. He loves his lemmy kill me stuff.
Who doesn't love a bit of lemmy?
Yeah, who doesn't? The ace of spades, mate. So He's got his concentrates for cookie biscotto from Flavor Art. He's used that at 1.5, custard premium at 0.5, lemon Sicily at 2, bit of sweetener from TFA at 1, vanilla pudding from Flavora at 1.8, which is a very precise percentage.
That's not terrible.
That's not terrible at all. Look, I mean, when it comes down to it, he look, apparently I've run out of vanilla pudding. I know I haven't, but apparently I have. but yeah, so if you're liking the look of any of these, throw your vote in. We've got Sam's now. I managed to find that one. So
let's have a look.
This one was a weird one. So, like, butterscotch Flavora at 0.75, cream cheese icing from LA at 1.25, custard in Awera at 2, donuts from Flavora at 0.25.
Good man, good man.
I can't visualize it. I can't.
Well, the one that throws in there is the wild melon from Flavora at 1.75.
That's what's fucking me over. The rest of it, yeah, but
he hasn't gone low on that. Mind, he's
gone for it. He's gone for it. Really gone for it.
And look, I don't mind the wild melon. It can be a little bit difficult to work with because it can get a little bit rindy. But hey, he's sunk the boot in and just rolled with it.
Just maybe the rindiness of it will go more with the donuts and cheesecake. I'm reaching.
He's probably used the rind to actually hide the donuts.
Yeah.
The worst part of that is the fact that it's called Bad Fever Dream, but on the picture it says Bad Dream Fever.
I just noticed that. No, you're reading it wrong. You got to read it Bad Then Fever Then Dream.
No, they were having no fucking Walking Dead.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
episode shit in here.
Yeah. It's like
don't dead open inside.
Like duck the eye up.
Let's be honest, Sam, you've not won. So,
well, you never know. He might, pull out.
Now I've said that.
No,
our chat like to prove me wrong. They were probably
going on to Scott Woods. Scott had a remover flavour, so he's only got 4. But sugar cookie cap,
nice name.
Yeah. vanilla custard, and Zappola.
That would be nice. There's nothing not nice about that. I love Zappola. Love it.
Yep. Me too.
TFA custards, beautiful. Vanilla custard flavor, nice. Sugar capella, beautiful. I failed to say how that would be nasty.
The sugar cookie would be like the icing on the cake.
There's nothing not to like about that recipe.
No,
yep.
No.
Looking good. So, and on to Steph's entry. Now, this is under Nevin's account because for some reason Steph doesn't have an account. Why don't you have an account, Steph?
Honestly, we'd rather have you than Nevin's.
So Steph's got biscuit from JF at 1, blueberry flavour West at 2, golden pineapple at 1, sugar cookie cap at 1, sweet cream TFA at 0.5.
And how much of this is Steph and how much is this is Nevin's?
Oh, it's pretty much Steph.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
You did this. Honestly?
Yeah. You can tell it's not, Nick, because the sugar cookie isn't pushed up.
Fair comment.
It is a fair comment. So get your votes in. We'll leave that open there.
Oh, you got to read it out. Description.
A voluptuous
blueberries on a bed of pineapple puree swimming in buttercream topped with crumbled biscuit. Well, I'll give you points for imagination.
No, I'll take points away because it was obvious Nevins wrote that because he brought our attention to it. Because you know what an egotistical shit is.
No, I'm thinking that Steph actually wrote that, and she's probably the one that's written all of the descriptions for Nick's juices.
That is a fair point, Liam.
I don't believe
I'll roll with that as well.
I don't believe it.
But yeah, guys, get your votes in, and we'll see who comes away winner. Currently, Steph, you are out in front with 39% of the vote. So that should be enough for you to make a majority government. So all good.
No, mine it's not. 37. Poobury and Zappola.
I voted for Scott. can make key rings like he can.
he made me some key.
Gotta love the support there, mate. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, guys, get your votes
points
in.
for that fantastic T-shirt.
Sons of Ivy Brufen is the one. but there's one little thing that I want to bring up, and I'm going to put a link in chat. There is a fantastic guy over here called Dr. Colin Mendelsohn. It's a little bit of advocacy, Nick, but it's very, very short. Okay.
Hold on. We've only got 24 watching as it is.
We're on to 23 now. Sorry. but
That's Colin as well. Colin's fucked off.
Colin has put in. He's written a book about vaping, and it goes through basically the ins and outs, studies, the whole kit and caboodle. So, you know, it hasn't been released yet, but there's a link in chat for it. And, you know, when it comes down to it, he has been a massive, massive plus for the Australian vaping industry. And I'd love to see it supported, because when it comes down to it, I think most of his advocacy and most of the stuff he does out of his own pocket. So if he has to fly to Canberra to go in front of a Senate hearing, that's all out of his own skyrocket. So show him some love back for the support that he shows us. So there. Anyway, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. There's nothing more. And
Oh, it was quick.
I got nothing left. But you know, when it comes down to it, YouTube seems to have logged me out on my other accounts. So yeah, good one.
Damn it, I was hoping to watch Nick fall asleep. Come on now.
No, it's better when it's at the beginning. You know, like when you have like your dinner and you eat the broccoli first, and you save your chicken till after, because the chicken's the best bit.
Get out at the beginning. Get out of the way.
It's done. I got nothing more.
Yeah.
But look, when it comes down to it, we sort of, and we didn't acknowledge the fact that Kev is drinking beer and eating Chinese food.
People.
So
Chinese people.
He's eating Chinese people whilst drinking.
yeah.
I've got a lot
Oh
of
well,
respect for that.
he'll be hungry again in a minute.
Yeah.
Probably get COVID, I would imagine. I can't say that. That's naughty.
But yeah, look, we really don't have much to sort of cover, so we might as well end the show now.
Okay, end title running.
We've covered everything we needed to do, so you know, here we are.
Don't forget to vote.
Yeah, don't forget to vote. See ya.
All 20 of you. Oh, we've lost 4 people in the last 5 minutes.
4
See what
people
happens,
for
Simon?
advocacy.
Scott says fat chow mein. Fat chow mein.
I don't think we can say things like that. I think it's-
Has anyone
But,
been mixing anything this week?
No, and I wanted to, but unfortunately, Simon the bastard introduced me to Yellowstone, and I've done in. Simon, I am almost up to date since Wednesday. I've got 1 episode left of season 4, and I started it on Wednesday. I've done 3 seasons since Wednesday.
No, it wasn't.
So we're working hard, mate.
It wasn't
Well,
man flu then. It was just you wanted to catch up on the TV series.
That's what it was. That's all it was.
But
I've been in work. I still went to work, so no.
it's such an epic show, mate. I love it. It is a really
brilliant. And in fact, last night I thought, right, I'll watch until the end of season. No, sorry, today. I needed to do some stuff today, and I had a bit of a lazy morning. The kids were playing downstairs. I was still sat in bed. I thought I'll just finish out season 3, then I'll turn it off, then I'll go and do the shopping. Until the end of season 3, with what happened there, fuck me. So that was it. Then. I can't fucking stop here. So
We're gonna watch that later.
What?
Yellowstone.
Wow,
and
you won me over. I'm going to start watching it too.
you need to watch it. It takes about 3 episodes to get your head around. It's basically Sons of Anarchy, but with cowboys.
it's a cross between Sons of Anarchy, The Sopranos, and Cowboys.
Feel like that.
Such a good show.
The characters are fucking brilliant. Really, really.
Is there anybody big in it?
Hey, Kevin Costner's the main guy.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the main. the main leader.
Looks like
shall we
Dennis
say. Also, the you know, in Fast and Furious 2, do you remember the one where the thing he wasn't?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, the mafia boss in that, the guy that told him to go and get his Ferrari with the cigar in the glove box, he's Rip, and he's his next man, and he's really good character. He's top.
He is a great character. In fact, my mate lives just down the road, named his horse after Rip.
It's a really good character, and you'll see some faces that you recognise. There's a lot of faces in it that you recognise.
Yeah, she's.
But there we go. Look, we're spruiking a TV show. That's
Worth it though. Worth it. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I am
totally.
hooked. And so I take it once I've got these 2 episodes of season 4 out of the way, I'm up to date, and there's one a week.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I'd hate one a week. Doesn't
I know. I was actually a bit upset. I thought I was
Mm.
going to get season 4 downloaded, but then when I saw there was only 2 episodes of it, like, bastard, I'm up to date.
Yeah. How many is there a season? Like 10?
There's four. They're on the 4th season now. So
I think it's about 8. I think it's about 8 in each.
They'll probably cancel it halfway through season 4.
Yeah.
They better not. They can't now. No.
It's funny, isn't it? Because you see all these big actors now, and they're all going to TV shows instead.
Yeah.
Where the money is.
yeah, basically on streaming services, because the streaming services are taking off and able to afford their wages, I guess. But it's definitely the best thing Kevin Costner's done for quite a few years.
Yeah, he's made for that character.
But you know,
I think there was a bit of a lull in season 3. The first half of season 3 was a little bit shit. Nothing really happened. You need to power through it, just in case you get bored for the end of season 3, because fuck my life. Jesus.
But they all have the slow parts, don't they?
Yeah, then that was that one. The rest of it was brilliant. It was just a little bit in season 3 at the beginning. It was a bit, nothing's really happening. And then, but they made up for that with the last fucking 2 shows of that.
yeah, but they had to set that whole thing up. So you know, and the lead up to that without spoilering it. So yeah, but
Is that on Netflix?
it's on Stan over here. So I don't know what it is.
You'd have to download it. It's on one of those
okay.
weird
I think
things.
it's on Peacock
all right.
over here. I think Peacock.
Fuck is Peacock?
Don't know. There's been a lot of things going on to Peacock. I don't know what the fuck it is,
I've
but
never heard of Peacock. What the fuck,
that
Peacock?
Dr. Death was on that as well.
I've been watching Dr. Death on Stars. It's on Stars on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it definitely came out on Peacock first. It's a Peacock show.
I don't know why
You're not finished it yet, Liam. No.
Well, Dr.
But
Death.
yeah, anyway.
Yeah. No, you're finished.
We may as well do something vape related. Should we do something? Did anyone mix anything this week?
Yes, I managed to do some mixing this week. After a mystery delivery of bottles.
Yeah.
So I mixed up a couple of things. I've got a raspberry cream. And you'd like to know it's called Decadent Red. So it's not.
And I don't
raspberry
really want
cream.
to, and I don't need to know about it either.
I've got a mix called Cool Summer, which is a watermelon and strawberry lemonade. So I'll probably release July next year. I've got a gingerbread custard, which is imaginatively titled Gingerbread Custard.
He's back. He's fucking back.
And I've got an eggnog and gingerbread mashup called Ecstatic.
Mate, eggnog.
Now
and
that's a good
gingerbread.
name.
That's something unusual. I'm not a fan of ginger, but it's an unusual combo.
They've got the same sort of spice notes in common.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. But I have not vaped ginger since I did tests with ginger and just went, no.
That vape train ginger root is fucking raw.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing is raw.
Yeah, it's a really, really good, authentic ginger root, but it's really hard to work with because of how strong it actually is.
I've just found out some really good information.
What?
Well, sorry to go back. I'm fucking harping on about it. However, the show's creator for Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan, has already made deals to create a Yellowstone prequel
Bluestone.
Well, there you go.
titled 1883. Oh, yes. And there's going to be a season 5. Get in.
Oh God, here we go. Bye, Pugs. You'll be sitting alongside of Net Reality playing games, and you're watching series.
No, he can't play games. He's only got the fucking last year's game. He's not up. He's not hip. He's not hip with it.
I'm getting it.
I got new
I'm
Battlefield
still
now.
reading
Have
shit about it, though.
you got the new Battlefield?
No, I don't play Battlefield. I don't like it.
Too hard for you, innit?
Yes. Too much going on for me.
Not enough fingers.
No. We're still playing Cold War.
I got a question for you, Simon or Scott. Anyone got any
Yeah, I
questions
just
on
saw
DV?
that one. DV is actually on the forum, Scott. So
Friends of
shoot, is it Emily? Is it Emily who does the forum, Pugs?
I don't know. I don't go on our forum. It's crap.
Our forum, you cheek.
I spoke to Karis.
Yeah, shoot him a message on the forum or just ask in a public thread, Scott. I'm not sure on that one. I haven't had it myself, but I can ask. But they are closing down early for Christmas this year, so.
Oh,
But yeah,
about
shoot him a
4
message,
years
mate.
ago.
Well, the whole thing with DV is that they are really accommodating. So you never know. They might, if you ask, they might make some up for you.
I got some
So-
stuff from DV.
What you get from DV?
So I got lime,
Oh yeah,
lime zinger, mentholyptus.
Nice. That Turkish delight is excellent, by the way.
yeah. It is. It is. Crystal clear. There you go.
Crystal clear.
What flavour is crystal clear?
Surprisingly, I like that flavor.
It's the same as the crystal blue, just no colouring.
nice.
Same with the absence.
Absinthe
Absinthe.
clear.
No,
Yeah, absolutely clear.
Mm.
don't like absinthe.
Get in there, you. Come
Not
on.
focusing.
Black currant. Is it black currant? Yeah,
Blackcurrant.
black currant is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They just sent me some samples. When they said samples, I didn't know they were going to send big fucking things like that.
Right.
60 mil
Yeah,
samples, 120
Reckon
mil
it-
samples.
They're absolutely
Samples.
brilliant, fantastic company.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because their lime is probably the best lime as well. But besides,
Lime Zinger is fantastic.
yeah,
Mm.
definitely. And like Vape Train's lime cordial and them two go. I know you don't see eye to eye with that one, Liam, but yeah, Vape Train's cordial and that one together.
What about with the Persian lime?
The Persian, yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Persian
the
lime.
Persian lime mixed with the TPA key lime is a really good combination as well. That's probably my favourite lime
I
combo.
find Persian lime is like the sherbet where it like waters down the mouthfeel. To me,
Yeah, it is a little bit thin, yeah.
yeah, it
mouthfeel-wise.
makes everything thin in the mix. Like that's the thing with like Vape Train. When they do like a compote or a jam, it is really good mouthfeel. But when they do something, when they have a fruit that hasn't got that sort of compound in it, I don't know what it is. It's just so watery, like it takes over the mix with the wateriness and the how thin it is. You still get the flavor, but it just doesn't last as long.
I had I really like their red chew candy, but the exact same thing that you're mentioning there, it is really quite thin. Fantastic. The flavor is really good, but it's trying to build out that thinness in a mix. It's really quite difficult.
Yeah. The thing is with like Vape Train, I'm sure that it varies like their strength, because I've had some raspberry jam and then I've ordered some more and it's been weaker. And I'm pretty sure they're eyeballing it, because it's not just like I tried it after. I had 2 different bottles and I had some left in one and some in the other. And one of them tasted like it was just weaker.
They might have changed the formula they use. I don't know, but yeah, it's.
I'm
one of those things that we-
not slating VT because I love VT.
Yeah. Strawberrino, yes, it is, Deb. Look, I mean, out of the DV concentrates, you know, you're hard pressed to find one that is terrible. Like, I mean, you know, they are across the board all pretty good.
You know what I
Yeah.
found?
So-
What I found with DV over the years is when you look at all the other flavor houses and there's a specific flavor that you're looking for, and you think nobody really does a good one. It's usually DV that does that one that's actually really good. It's like Blackcurrant or Turkish Delight. Nobody else does a really good one, but they do. They
I'm
do
a
a really
violet.
good one.
Yeah,
They're good at that.
there's some. I mean, their rhubarb cuddle is my favourite rhubarb, hands down.
Yeah. And
It is.
the creme anglaise as well.
Yeah. Well, see, I think the rhubarb cuddle is a combination of rhubarb and the creme anglaise.
Yeah.
Like mixed together. But the rhubarb that is in it is very similar to the Inawera rhubarb. But that creme anglaise that's with it just makes it separate.
I'm hooked on their marmalade. Hooked on it.
The DV rhubarb isn't as green as the Inawera one.
Yeah. They've still got some very similar notes though. They you know, but such a really, if you like rhubarb and don't have that, then go out and get it.
All companies have their own strengths and weaknesses, but I think DV lacks in their bakery department, because they are good, but you have to steep them for a fucking time and a half to get them up there. Obviously, they don't contain no DAP, so yeah, I can see where they are struggling. But stuff like the banoffee pie, not for me.
Well, I was actually talking to Marshy just before the show about he was talking about the apple strudel, and apple strudel is really good. And their apple pie, when I put the two side by side, expecting a sameness between the two, because baked apple, you think, oh, it'll be the same. The apple is different, but there is a definite separation between the bakery in it, and there is a difference between the strudel and the apple pie, and it's
I find
really well done.
their apple strudel, the sultana, is very nice.
Mm.
There's a very strong sultana note in it, which I don't even like sultanas, but it's really good in it.
I had some short fills off them, and the lemon meringue was really, really good.
Yeah.
And the Eton mess as well. The actual meringue part was excellent, and the cream part was really good as well. But the strawberry was a little bit too raw for me, but that might just be me with strawberries.
I'll tell you which Eton mess is nice, is the Chef's Fantasy one.
Yeah.
That's a good Eton mess, to be fair.
They're one of those companies, I guess, that they've been around for a long, long time, but they're quite often overlooked.
Yeah.
They're quite a small company, aren't they?
Well,
Yeah.
so they're not one of the big four or big three or whatever.
Yeah, they're family run company, and the difference between a family run company and a big friggin' conglomerate is the customer service from DV is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
And nothing is, I mean, even though it might be a massive pain in the ass for them, nothing is too hard. You know, if you ask, they'll try and look after you, which is one of those things that you cannot sneeze at when you're dealing, and especially when I'm dealing with a company. I'm in Australia and they're in the UK. You want that personalised service, which I really like about them. So
yeah,
but
Leo Barry, you're right. It doesn't fade that much. It does fade a little bit because it is citrus, and citrus fades. It's always going to happen. But yeah, it's a really good one for not fading.
Yeah, absolutely, Marshy. Raspberry dripple. Yep. So yeah, look, and that zinger, the when it comes to citrus in general, I don't think it's fading. I don't call what citrus does in a mix fading. I think it settles back in the mix, and as soon as you lose all the citruses, every single citrus, you'll lose that massive top note that you get when you first mix it and it will drop back. And a lot of people want that slightly harsh lemon top note.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just tend to settle back in the mix a little bit. And that's true of probably 99% of the citrus concentrates out there. So all I do when I'm playing with citrus is I say, all right, well, this is a percentage that I think it'd be at. I'll just put an extra half in, and it generally comes out pretty good. I mean, I'm not a huge citrus vapor, but I do like a good citrus.
Yeah. I like it.
But yeah, look,
I think-
DV, as I Up Me Duck said, they've been around since 2009, and they are a really well-oiled machine. So, but and Night Bot just for some reason, totally on its own, just posted Decadent Vapors link. So, but I'm not sure that's even the proper link, but we'll see. We'll see. But the link is in the description anyway. So, and there is a code. So, but yeah, I love that company. They're great and they're really easy to deal with and lovely.
One
lovely
of my
people.
favorites.
Yeah.
But since we're talking flavors, I did hear, and Nick, maybe you can confirm this because you're more in the know with Sobucky than I am. I believe there is a new release of Sobucky Super Aromas coming out.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yep.
Don't ask me when, because she did get back to me, but she said she's waiting for test results from the lab until she releases any concrete info. So the ones that are on there now that you can see, there's more than that.
Okay, so there's now I don't know, I haven't confirmed this list or not, but lemon pound cake, premium strawberry and raspberry, mango pulp, maybe baked apples, strong strawberry, frozen lemon, red apple, double cream, cola candy, double watermelon, candy licorice, menthol crystals. I think there's more than that, but that is the ones, and they're not confirmed. That's I haven't heard that directly from Marcelina. That one came from Net Reality. So
Who? Never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of him. He's too busy playing his game, mate, taking his holiday in the kitchen.
Yeah.
but yeah, so yeah, mango pulp. I love a good mango mix.
Really?
And no, I do. Honest.
Well, on a separate note, I think we should probably close the poll now because we have a winner.
Okay, I can do that. Hang on.
Well done, Steph.
Well done, Steph. Steph at 39%. And any minute now it'll post up in the
Even though
chat.
we all voted for you and your husband didn't. Still.
39%. That's how much effort I give as well.
But that's the thing, see. Steph enters the competition. She comes first. If Nick was ready, he'd be second.
That's how we know. That's how we know Steph did the rest.
See, now I know it's Steph's.
From now on, I'll be entering by proxy.
Yeah. You'll still come second.
Thanks, Shano. But yeah, I love a good mango mix, and it's my all-day vape and has been for quite some time.
Yes.
I Up Me Duck. Hopefully you enjoy, mate.
I me up ducks got demand going shake on the way.
Yep,
Nice.
he does. Yes,
That's actually something. Here, go on.
No, go ahead.
Well, there was a post in another forum about one shots, and the one thing about one shots that people probably don't pay much attention to is the recommended mixing. Now, bear in mind, it's recommended. It's not set in stone. You can make it stronger. You can make it weaker. You can do what you like. So, get a one shot and test it as you would a normal flavor.
I know what you're
and then
referring
make
to.
it.
You can't take any notice of him.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter who it is, but the whole thing is that people, you know, you wouldn't say if TFA put a recommended dose for vaping on a bottle, you'd still test it, wouldn't you? And that's what you should be doing with one shots as well. What, you know, you test it for you. That's the beauty of a one shot. You can mix it at whatever percentage you damn well want.
There isn't a single person. None of us on this panel would probably mix it at the same percentage. We all like different.
Are we talking in riddles? Who are we talking about? And
I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to go there.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's a well-known.
have another Vox, and I'll ask you the same question.
It's the same as steep times though, as well.
Joel.
Because when a mixer recommends a steep time of say 3 weeks, that's for their taste buds normally.
Yeah.
So give it a try before then. If it's not for you, put it away. If you like it, if you like her at 1 week, vapor at 1 week.
I believe his main argument was that he decided that these flavors faded. I can tell you now, right? Right. I can tell
his
you,
exact words was he couldn't taste any of them.
No, and I can tell you now because when I first met Zippy, well, first had any kind of interaction with Zippy was when I wrote that big review for you, and you sent me a load of stuff, and I've still got some of them because some of them I didn't like, and they've been sat in the summer house in my steeping tubes ever since. Some of them I've been sat in my drawer half empty, and I dragged them out this week, and they are all fucking banging now, and they are nearly 2 years old, year and a half old or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, but there is no fade in any single one of those. And some of the people that mixed those, which weren't us, I don't even know them. And even their mixes taste just the same as they did then, if not better.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
So,
but yeah, look, I mean, it's something that the reason why you're buying a one shot is so that you can adjust it if you want to. That's the beauty of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think sometimes though, like you might just not get on with some of the mixers palette. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not about being.
Oh, I've tried most of. To be honest, I've tried most of the recipes on this site. Okay, and I will fully say there's some that no, I don't like. It's just not my thing. There's some I'm in love with. It's DIY. Do it yourself. Do it how you want to do it, and that's the way it is. I mean, these are just mixers on the site that have put out a recipe. They like the mix, and that, you know.
Yeah.
I will guarantee if you sent me and Wafdam the same concentrate, the same one shot, he would mix it at 9%. I would mix it at 16. Would get the same joy out of both.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
So-
Exactly.
But yeah, look, I mean, adjust as you see fit. I mean, the recommended setting is a recommended setting. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The recommended setting is where the mixer thought it was best for them.
Then
Yep.
one of my one shots, I think, is recommended at around about 12 or 13%. And I know Kevin has sent me a message about it to say mixer at 20%, it'll blow your socks off.
Yeah, but you've got more acute taste buds. Same as Wafdam. You two have got taste buds that can pick out things that we can't. I need high flavor to get the same kind of
Well,
thing.
I'm
just
with
the way we
you,
are.
Pugs.
The same with Zippy.
Yeah,
Evans
Pugs
is
and
somewhere in
I
between.
right about some things like I know how Wolftam mixes, and his mixes are good to me. Now, in my opinion, like I know his percentages are lower, but he's created them in a way that even I don't adjust his percentages because they're perfect. And everybody on this panel uses different percentages, but they're all good. So, I mean,
it's something I think that is more country specific as well, depending on your diet. You know, like you guys in the UK tend to love a really strong curry. So when it comes down to it, you're used to that punch in the face flavor. So you tend to mix a little bit different to
Which, for a country that's
someone with a
famous for its
different-
bland food, it's quite, you know, our food.
Well, see,
is
all the
bland.
good food in the UK is imported.
Yeah, it is. Actual traditional English food is bland as fuck. The stuff which is probably why we bend towards things like curries and
I
chilies and
don't
things
know.
like that.
There's I think it's chicken tikka masala isn't actually an
No, it's
Indian.
not.
It was invented over here
Yeah.
To be an English version of curry.
for the British palate.
Well, there you
But I
go.
prefer something a bit stronger. All right,
And,
Josh,
and
Fraser.
I'm going to jump in too, though. Rollinson Boy does have a good point. What you're vaping with and all that stuff, your coils, everything has a huge thing on your mix. Like,
Impact.
yeah. Sorry, I lost the word there for a second.
It's very true. There's so many different variables.
but see, isn't that?
Oh, go ahead.
Go on, dude. I was going to
I
say,
was
isn't that what attracted everyone to vaping as it is?
Yeah.
You know, the fact that it is totally configurable to you.
It's
You
personal.
know,
It's all personal. I've said this from the start, and Waftam, you'll back me up. I've always said making your own liquid and vaping it on your own coils in something that you've built yourself is the most personal thing you can do with vaping, and that is the best way to do it.
yeah, once you find your happy spot, you tend after a little while you
I
tend
don't
not
have that.
to try new things because you found your happy spot.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I've never found I found many different happy spots with vaping. I've never had one thing. That's what I like on that coil at that temperature with that heat. I've
Yeah.
never found that. It's always been different throughout.
Mm.
And that's what I like.
The one
I don't
thing
like
I
the
also the one thing I found fairly early on, and people say that you get vapor's tongue and you know you stop tasting flavors. While that's true, you know, there's always going to be one, maybe two juices that you always come back to and you don't get that fading with.
Yeah.
You know, it's I always equated that to drinking. Don't ask me why, but you know, there's some alcohol that you can drink once, get smashed and never touch again. Well, there's other alcohol, it doesn't matter how many times you wreck yourself on it, you can always come back to it. And
drink to that.
Yeah, it's similar with juice. There's always out there somewhere, there is that one recipe, that one juice where it doesn't matter how long you vape it for, no matter how many times you sort of overdo it on that particular flavor, you can always come back to it. And you know, it's one of those things that I think if you get sick of a flavor, generally, the stronger the flavor, the more likely you are to not keep vaping it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like if it is a real punchy flavor or punchy recipe, you tend to go, yep, that's really nice, but not come back to it as often as if it as a subtle mix. But that's just my opinion, and it's not worth shit really. But that's where I come down on vaping. Is that I play with subtleties in the recipe just to make it a little bit more interesting. But everyone's different, and that's the beauty of vaping.
Exactly. That's the DIY. Do it yourself. Do it your way. Yep.
And if you like Sam's recipe, where you know where you know you've got wild melon at 1.75, fucking have at it.
Yeah.
Go for it. If that's what you like, go for it. You know,
still.
And the old recipe, the flavor shaming, which used to be far worse than it is now. I will say that. But flavor shaming is I hate it. I hate it.
I
when
don't
someone
like
goes,
that.
You know, someone posts up a recipe or whatever and say, "Hey, look what I made. It's really nice," and 3 people jump on it and go, "Oh, I would use that at this percent." Well,
Yeah.
it's not.
Give it.
That's great.
Give it.
That's so annoying.
Give it a
It's
mix
very
first.
annoying.
Sorry,
Fiddy's
there.
in. Fiddy's in chat. Evening, Fiddy.
Give it a mix first. Don't just judge on what it looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when I
Oh, you finally got on to turning your volume
Yeah,
up.
thank you,
folks. It was like an hour
You know
ago,
what?
mate. Good job.
I've had it running through piece, and I've just looked in it and noticed it was actually turned off.
All right. I think now Pugs has turned his mic up. It's time to say bye.
I just wanna.
Was it really quiet?
Yes.
It was blissfully so. But
I didn't even see that fucking personal chat thing. Kiss my
Yeah.
ass.
The only thing I want to say about what for myself for creating a
Absolutely, Ronnie.
recipe, I create a mix that I like. Okay. If I like it, then I make it public or whatever. And it's because I like it. I don't mix for the masses. I mix for myself. If I enjoy it, then I put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen 1 or 2 recipes where people have used flavors higher than I would personally use them myself. But that's their recipe for their taste buds. So I don't jump on and say, "Ooh, I wouldn't mix it with that."
No, exactly. And that's that, like Simon says, it's very annoying because that person that posted that recipe, they might love this mix. You don't like it? Scroll on.
But
Like that freaking comment shit.
As we always say, though, a lot of the time in DIY, it's if you really enjoy a recipe that you have made, make it public, because there's bound to be at least one other person that will also enjoy that recipe.
Yep,
and then
exactly.
to get shot down in flames by people just jumping straight on by how it looks, telling people that it's a bad recipe and everything, it isn't really on, because it can then put newbie mixers off.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Well, Ronnie hit the nail on the head. The worst thing about flavour percentage shaming is that people jump the gun before even understanding what the aim of the mixer was and what equipment it was meant for.
Yeah.
And that is, in a nutshell, unless you've mixed it as the mixer has it written down and are vaping it on exactly the same gear, the comparison doesn't fit.
The worst kind of mixes are the egocentric mixes, the ones who think that whatever they say is set in stone. And I could name you 10 right now. I won't.
But yeah, look, I mean, even if you listen to anyone on YouTube or forums or whatever, if something works for you, then it works for you. And that is it. It doesn't matter about anyone else's opinion, so to speak. It's nice to get good feedback, but it's not essential to releasing a recipe.
I had somebody come up last week that just randomly said, "I've just mixed your dirty low down custard," and it was glorious. I couldn't even remember what was in it, but that was such a nice thing.
Yes,
because that's one of my old.
I just want to say something, Simon Arden. Why buy a one shot if you're going to play around with it? Well, because you personalize it to yourself. What you're buying in a one shot is the ratio of flavors to each other and the actual combination of flavors. So what overall percentage you mix that up is totally up to you.
Yep, exactly.
I always tell people, if they ask me what to do with the one shot, I always tell them to mix it up at the recommended percentage first, leave it, and then if it's hasn't got enough flavor for you, add in a little bit more. If it's got too much flavor for you, then next time you mix it, you know to drop it down a little bit, but always mix it at the recommended first. And as for steep time, if they say to leave it steep for 3 weeks, try it off a shake and then try it weekly. until you like it. If you don't like it before the 3 weeks, then there's absolutely no point in putting any feedback on there to say this is shit, because you haven't given it long enough.
Yep.
If you still don't like it after 4 or 5 weeks, then fine. That's fair enough.
Well, look, yeah, I've got a one shot with Zippy called Maelstrom. Now, I like that after 3 weeks, but I have a customer who rings me up and said, when was the last time it was mixed? And if it's inside 2 or 3 days, he'll buy it. If it's not, he won't. He loves it off the shake, but it's different for everyone. He will say, hey, like, have you got this one? Is it freshly mixed? I want it if it's freshly mixed. If not, I don't want it. And that's fair.
Yeah, Fitty, that's true. I mean, like I said, a while ago, there are shots on here that they're just not for me. I mean, they're probably good, and there's probably lots and they do sell, but they're just not for me. And I mix them at exactly the way people make them, and exactly how much time they steep, and I just go from there.
Everyone has different profiles.
Yeah,
Waft Down's to Mango Unchained is probably, in my eyes, the best mango out there. But I don't vape it, so because I don't vape fruit, so it's not for me.
We lost Liam.
But I know I tasted it and it's amazing, but it's not my ADV kind of thing. It's just, but anyone that vapes fruits will fucking adore it.
And that's the thing, like you find your profile. Like, I mean, I remember a few years ago, Pugs, your holy grail, and it probably still is, Pop D's.
Well, the caramel popcorn. No, it wasn't Pop D's. Pop D's is nice. It was the Mohawk caramel.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. And I sent that to Beaufort so that he could try and clone it. And his reply was, that tastes like burnt rubber. So you're not going to bother then? No.
But Ronnie is 100% correct. With if it's a really complex profile and you up the percentage too much, it will get messy. But which is why nice, Nick. but which is why Liam said, start at the recommended percentage and build it if you need to, or drop it back if you need to. But don't go nuts if it says you're hitting the turbulence there.
A bit of turbulence.
I've actually had customers message me and say something, and I've actually told them, just make a small tester. Start out with a small tester, like 15 or 30 mils, try it, and you can adjust it. You can always go up, you can always go down, whatever way. And I mean, yeah.
Look, I mean, it's personalized friggin' everything. Like, you personalize your coils, you personalize your wattage. Don't be afraid to personalize your juice.
Personalize everything.
No.
And if what you do is different than what I do, then you're wrong.
Yeah.
I was going to agree with you, but I'll just call you a cunt. But yeah, look, I mean, and guys, I know it's hard. Sometimes you see a recipe come out and you go, whoa, that's probably not where I'd use it. Just
try it.
Keep it to yourself, or
try
it as is. And, some concentrates interact with each other. And, you might use, I don't know, Flavor Up Marzipan at 1.5. Most people would go, no. But I'm telling you now, I know a recipe that it works in.
It happens within us, even in our panel. Wafdam wouldn't use DV marmalade more than 2, whereas Nick will use it at 5 and be quite happy with it.
Yeah,
I've used it higher too, so
I disagree with Tam sometimes on percentages of flavors. But I've either been higher than she has, or
American and UK palettes are very different.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to say to Deb, I as far as like personalized, even like your mods or your tanks, I can tell you from if I have a little tiny
Penis.
Vape tip. If I put a big one on, it can change my whole mix. You know those big fat suckers?
Dildos
It
we're
will
talking
totally
about.
change. Yeah, dildos. It's like my X-rated version of vaping. It will change the whole mix. So yes, personalizing and customizing your vape is another whole thing on that.
I go a little bit further and hack the shit out of mods as well, just
Yeah, well, you,
to.
A big one. A big one.
I'd say the only exception we're going in and criticizing some of these recipes before even mixing it is if the mixer has actually put up their recipe and asked people for input on
Opinion.
that recipe. And then when you do, just be nice about it.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not
No,
hard.
it's not.
You know,
Yeah, when
one of the things that you know people do when they comment on recipes, and it's if someone puts it up and says, hey, look, this isn't quite working, what would you suggest to get this happening with this mix? You know, don't say, oh, holy shit, you've used that flavor up marzipan way too high. Just say, if it was me, I would maybe. It's not real hard. It's saying, you know, because you're giving your personal opinion. So, you know, qualify the personal opinion that, hey, if I was mixing that, I might do this.
Yeah. And the other thing, don't criticize people's recipe names. It was worth a try, wasn't it? It was worth a shot.
Hey, Liam.
No, for what it's worth, none of us agree with what Liam just said.
we do have a lot of we have a Facebook chat, as you probably understand, but we have a heap of banter going on there, and Nick was going to arrive late today so that we could all clap him and go, here comes God.
Kevin wants to know if we fold or scrunch.
That is an important question, because those that scrunch, you're just wrong.
Well, was it a particularly spicy Chinese, Kev? Or
I think if you're heavily scrunching, then you've probably had a bad night. They're talking about toilet paper for anybody that doesn't know.
Yes.
Fold all day.
How do you wipe your poop?
If you
Do you
got
fold or do you scrunch?
You gotta fold.
yeah, you fold.
Mind you, this was a 2-hour conversation.
And
That's the standard about
something I didn't mention in that conversation was when we took Keris out for a birthday to you can tell I've been drinking it, I'm telling you this. We went to Southport Pleasure Beach, and I was very drunk the night before. Shocker.
No.
Shocker. And
No.
I drank a bottle of red wine. Now, for me, as much as I love red wine, it's like drain cleaner for me, for my guts. So I went to, I had to go to the toilet for a poo.
No, Fitty.
Out the fair. And it was one of those toilet, you've probably seen them, where you've got the machine, the toilet roll machine, and when you pull it out, it will just release one piece, one square, unless you pull it really fucking slowly.
Oh yeah.
I'm sat there like this,
Yeah,
just to get a piece this big. I'm like this. Fucking ages just to get this snap, bastard. I need more because, you know, I'd been drunk the night before, and that was not a fold because it couldn't have been. That was more like a paper mache thing in my hand that I had. So way
The
too much
visual
information
is
there.
not good, Bugs. The visual
No.
is just not good.
But I just thought I'd share that with you. Those machines need to die.
It's like when you get like, you know, like you can get like the proper skinny one, can't you?
Yeah.
You pull it and then you wipe, and then obviously you miss.
Yeah, but those things, if you put any slight pressure on it, it gives you a square this big.
Yeah. Yeah.
What fucking use is that?
It's worse. Like if your finger goes through, it's not too bad because you expect it. But if you miss, you're like you think like the fucking...
Yeah, but you've got to be fucking accurate with a 2 centimeter square. Jesus Christ.
You could just like screw it up into a little corkscrew and plug.
You could, if you've had a clean exit, then you probably get away with it. But you know, we haven't got an arse like a dog. A dog has got like the fucking Rolls Royce of arses. It can shit and that's it.
You can
Whereas-
be like a dog and they just drag your ass across the curb.
Well, yeah, but you know, humans, you can be chasing shit around your ass for half an hour. You know, it's not the same.
So it's like an episode of Star Trek, mate, chasing Klingons around Uranus.
Seriously. And if you'd not been looking after yourself the night before, like I hadn't that day, it can become an endeavor.
But you know what you do? Next time you go to a pleasure beach, take your own.
I will, you know, I fucking will.
You'll remember that.
I'm gonna.
Joe couldn't believe that I had a poo in public because I don't poo in public toilets. It's
watching.
I don't.
One day I'm gonna try the Fisher King and go to the park and get bare naked and drag my ass across.
As a slight bonus, though, while I was in there, I did hear some kid come in with his dad and say, "It fucking stinks in here." That was me.
Yeah.
And a poo in public and a big boner.
Yeah, I had a big boner in the toilet. What? No.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
On the 50 max.
Stay tuned for more vaping related content.
Sorry, Scott Wood. There's a toilet in our caravan. I'll be all right. I'm not camping. Pentuan campsite. Get in. Scott knows what I'm talking about. Are you going to come and see me, Scott, while we're down there, by the way? Come and have a drink with me. We'll have there's a village next door. We're going to have a pint. I'm up for that. Mate's bringing a boat.
No red wine.
That'll end well.
No. Yeah. Yeah. We'll come and check out to the toilet rolls in the pub. See what it's like. Have a conversation about it.
Okay. That was Nick. That was Nick. I'm
It's
not even
always
blaming
fucking Nick. You just always blame me. If I wasn't talking then while that happened, you'd have blamed me.
Well, me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my
There
God.
you
She's
go.
here.
Exactly.
She's here.
I think you know, Google ratings and all that sort of stuff, you know, on locations, I think they should be rated on the standard of the toilets and toilet paper.
5-star
Yeah.
shithole.
Yeah, it should be another star rating there. You know, this place was great, but their toilet paper was for the
It
shit.
should be a brown star rating.
Oh no, this place is a single ply. You run the risk of getting in touch with your inner self with a bit of poke through.
Bring your
Single
own
ply grease proof paper like you used to have at school.
On that note, we might shift and say bye because we've been going for an hour and 30.
That's right, Rolling Boy. My house has an amazing 2 toilets. With good
I
toilet
got
rolls.
3-ply. There's no going through that shit.
3-ply. I use 3-ply. Not with aloe vera
Charming.
though. I don't like those
Charming.
toilet rolls. You get those toilet rolls like aloe vera on and stuff. It just feels like you're
Yes.
smearing lotion around your ring piece. I
We
don't
got
like it.
Yeah, you got it.
We
I like
Charming,
some-
man.
I like some friction.
We got triple.
No, I don't want no friction.
Yeah, some kind of friction. It's got to have some kind
Mike Haynes, there is a website that rates public toilets.
All
That is
right.
excellent information to know.
I'm going to look that up.
No,
Is it worldwide or just in the UK?
no, like Andrew Jaws clearly said, don't go to Weatherspoon's toilets because probably because that far away from where you're drinking, you've shut yourself before you get there. That's why you have to go down 3 flights of stairs before you get to it.
Shall I show this website?
Yeah.
What, the
sure.
public
go
toilet
for it, Nick.
website.
Since we're there, we may as well just roll.
Yeah.
I'm warning you, it's fucking rough.
God, this show's gone downhill.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, how rough.
This is from the Emporium pub in Fleet.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. That's
Oh.
rough.
I warned
Go
you.
to the doctors. Just go to the doctors.
damn.
You know, it'd be funny.
Well,
If
it's
that was like
threatening
the first shot of the picture. They did it. They thought, right, they're not getting away with that.
Like train spotting.
Yeah, Brian, we went an hour. We went different time zones and shit like that. Allowed us to go a little bit earlier in the UK, so we did. Sorry about that, but
We discovered that if we went an hour earlier, we could talk about toilets for an hour.
yeah, which is an absolute bonus for everyone watching. So yeah, but what we might do is after party. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Someone want to post up? I can
Yeah.
post the link if you want.
Post a link, Tam. Oh,
I can post.
Oh,
I think I
yeah.
can post a link.
Also,
Hang on, I've got it here. It's done. It's
Go on,
done.
Sam.
There we go.
Go on, Sam.
There we go.
Go on, Sam.
Join us in the after party if you would like to talk more about toilets or anything else for that matter. Folding,
If you come to
scrunching.
the after show, I might actually do a live poo on screen.
Oh no.
Good one, Rocky. It's been a shit show today. So, guys, thanks for joining us. We will talk further next week. Kev will be back. We may or may not run the game. I'm not sure. We'll talk about it during the week. But join us for more bullshit. And don't
Next week.
forget.
Favorite urinals.
Favorite urinals. And don't forget, guys, please throw in a vote for us and at Ecigclick. Links down in the description. Give us a like and subscribe. Or a thumbs down and subscribe if you want to.
But please make sure you do thumbs down before you've watched the show.
Yeah. So watch the show and give us a thumbs down if you don't like us talking about toilets.
Oh, we've lost a thumbs down. We've lost a thumbs down. We're gonna
We're
go
only-
one now.
Someone
Change the mind.
misaimed it. Hi, Brian. How are you? Anyway,
Good
guys,
evening.
see you later. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks all.
And be good. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.